I would prefer not to talk about this, but considering the fact that it's part of the 2024 election and it overall represents the a major issue within the Republican Party at large, I guess it would be a good video to talk about, at least a brief discussion. Plus, since it's been a while since I made my last video, which by the way I apologize for that. I've just been dealing with a lot of personal issues throughout my life, and there's gonna be a lot more. I just want to have a quick notification though. What I am probably not going to be available on the week of Thursday the 30th, uh, and 3 weeks 2 to 3 weeks after that, due to a variety of reasons. One is that I'm going to get a surgery for my sinuses because I have nasal polyps, and the second is that, well, it's coming into the holiday season, and Amazon is definitely going to be, holy crap, it's going to be calling out overtime. So now let's get into it. Uh, the debate. It's about as much as expected. In all honesty, I didn't even know that the third primary debate was even going to happen on November 8th. The only reason why I knew was because my grandmother comes over on Wednesdays just to hang out, to do her own thing, to talk with me and mom. And she mentioned that the Republican primary debate was on. And while we both know that Donald Trump was going to be the nominee for 2024, it nonetheless, she just was interested because of the fact that there are a lot of other candidates, and she just wanted to see, well, the massive shit show that was going on. And yeah, it was a massive shit show. Chris Christie was being an asshole. Nikki Haley's being a warmonger. Ron DeSantis was there for, in spite of the fact that he made mistakes. The only person that I genuinely really liked and who has basically impressed me so far in these debates, well, at least when I've been paying attention to them, the only person that I've actually been impressed by and respect is Vivek Ramaswamy. And honestly, he came out of the ballpark very early within the primaries and in the debates, and he's just been going. I would not be surprised if Donald Trump decides to make him a secretary of some kind, or I don't know. I definitely would be surprised if Vivek Ramaswamy is kind of vying for some kind of position. Although he has said that he was not going to go for the vice presidency. I think that's more of trying to be a little bit of in an official sense, if you guys know what I mean. Vivek Ramaswamy has been calling out the Republican Party leadership. He's actually called out Rosa McDaniel, who is the head chairwoman of the RNC, over the issue of funding for many Republican candidates, and the very fact that under her tenureship as the chairwoman of the RNC, we have basically lost 2020, we have lost 2022, and of course with the issue of 2023. And I've heard that she was incredibly pissed by that, to the point where she was just she actually was raging at him live. Although in all honesty, I did not catch that part. I actually saw the last portions of the debate, like maybe about an hour or so left, but I digress. Vivek Ramaswamy has also been pretty vocal that while supportive of Israel, he also prefers to keep us out of foreign wars. And again, this is what I personally love, and it further shows the huge and utter disconnect between the leadership as well as the establishment within the Republican Party. They do not represent their interests anymore. I would even argue that in the past, people were tolerant, would be a strong word, more, but I am going to use it in this specific case. They were tolerant of the establishment because they didn't exactly have a major icon to latch behind. And then came Donald Trump, and then he spawned many new candidates, and hell, he's managed to spawn people like Harry Lake, of course, for a time, Ron DeSantis, before unfortunately he became establishment. which is disappointing to say the very least. Brian Donalds, Matt Gaetz, a few others, and of course, as so far as we have seen, just as far as we've seen, Vivek Ramaswamy. He understands what's going on with the voter base. Nikki Haley doesn't. She is more into being confrontational, especially in regards to the war in Israel. Despite the fact that many people do not want to be involved in the conflict, they prefer to focus more at home. And personally, while I am a supporter of Israel, and I'm pretty sure there will be other people who disagree with me on that and be pro-Palestine, which, okay, fair enough. That's completely fine. Although I will call out people who are pro-Hamas. Completely different things, just to let you know. Pro-Palestine and pro-Hamas. Just trying to make that distinction. Because I know that there are many people who are trying to stay away from that camp. Although, unfortunately, there's the pro-Hamas group that's gaining a lot of people. But again, I am digressing. She prefers to get into conflicts. Nikki Haley prefers to get us further into conflicts by attacking militias, attacking by proxy, at very minimum, Iranian targets, which could potentially not only potentially spark off a third world war. Although, in all honesty, I could say that that the situation in Ukraine is not really helping much, but would start a potential regional war, and that's not something that the United States has an interest in doing. And yet she prefers to do something like that anyway. Instead of doing something like what Donald Trump did during his time as president, such as the Abraham Accords. Just by those two issues alone, there's already a major disconnect between the populist Republican Party and the establishment Republican Party, which unfortunately the establishment Republican Party still has major control. Although this is changing rapidly because more people like Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy are trying to purge these kinds of people from the ranks. They are immediately calling out people like Rosa McDowell. They do not want to get involved with wars unless it truly suits our actual national interest. And they just want to focus more on at home, considering the fact that there is a lot of problems such as the economy, the southern border, and so on and so forth. I know that this primary is not going to change much. Donald Trump is definitely going to be the nominee, and I would not be surprised that he wins every single state. But I will say this. The fact that more and more people, at least seemingly, that are acting like Donald Trump, are actively going after establishment types such as Nikki Haley and Chris Christie and Rosa McDaniel, although she is the chairwoman of the RNC, the fact that they're going after those guys goes to show that there's a major change within the Republican Party. And already, I would not be surprised that this contributes to the potential chaos that will go on in 2024. Now, will it hurt? I don't think it will hurt Donald Trump in any way whatsoever. But I do say that there's going to be a major political shift within the Republican Party. Either they go full on establishment, the same status quo that has been going on for the last few, probably since the 90s, or they're going to take the more populist route. I hope the Republican Party chooses the more populist route. And it seems like, at the very minimum, with the general public, they're choosing populism. My name is Noah Meehan on The Arc Truth. Please post in the comments down below, like this video, subscribe, share with friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding my videos, such as how I speak, or anything I should improve upon, please post it down in the comment section down below, or direct me to message me. Thank you.
Almost heaven.